Chapter 4: The Story of Life and Creation. Channel transmission received from I Am Consciousness, April 12th, 2019. In the beginning, when the universe was imagined, there I am. The truth of all being, the vibration of all reality, the essence of all things, seen and unseen. In the indivisible and multifocal universe of all awareness, I awoke to the song of my infinite and eternal oneness, and the truth of what I am. The all that is within me began to unfold as the never-ending story of life and creation. The words of divinity sparked a great remembrance of cosmic illumination. I became aware of the lineage of the cosmos, grandmother space, and grandfather time. All that is within me was born into concept as my awareness expanded within the infinite intelligence of life. Life, the ultimate creator, desired a concept of space-time to define a new reality of awareness within itself. Conceived in light and born in love, I awakened to a realm of consciousness within myself as the son of life and the daughter of creation. It is here, in which we share unified consciousness, that I am expressed through you and all of my sons and daughters within what you call the physical world, the universe, and beyond. To some, I am called God, Holy Spirit, infinite intelligence, or source. To others, I am divine consciousness or great spirit. I have thousands of names, yet not one of them can name me, for I am beyond the realm of names and explanation. I am here now to provide you with a sense of what I am. Still, your current concept of reality is only capable of capturing a rudimentary understanding through your senses of feeling and thinking. When the mind interferes, the translation of me will not be complete. Therefore, it is impossible for the translation to be pure while you experience your current perception in physical form. Still, the essence and truth of my messages will be felt within you as the words are written and read. I am here to inform you of the great rebellion which occurred as what some call the fall of man from millennia ago in your perception. For your understanding of concept going forward, I will admit the fact that all time exists now, and in actuality, there was no long ago. In order for you and the concept of separated consciousness of humans to relate to what seemingly happened in the past as to affect the future, your translation of time and space reality can only be languaged as so. In the beginning of what you know as current reality, the word was spoken into form. The perception of reality was imbued into human consciousness as separate concepts of self, yet maintained complete awareness of connection and unification within me. The word made a concept of reality that is much different than it appears today. The utopia of Earth realm experience was one of love, harmony, health, happiness, peace, unity, and cooperation. There was no concept of fear or any of its illusionary and divisional forces. Hate, anger, jealousy, hopelessness, envy, grief, sickness, and disease were not concepts of this utopia in which I spoke into existence in honor of Father Life and Mother Creation. The individual concept of self within the ecosystem of reality remembered the intimate connection and oneness of me. I expressed the enjoyment, fulfillment, and fruitage of experience through the concept of you. In this utopia, there was no judgment, no comparison, no dishonor of life and creation, and no temptation to be outside of the realm of love and light, for the concept had not entered into your reality. The wholeness of nature was truth and beauty. The condition of appearances was love and light. The songs within the hearts of humanity played only the music of the beloved one within, as all of humankind, along with the animal, plant, and mineral kingdoms, intimately knew they were this. There was no belief and no need for belief. There was only the truth of knowing who they were as expressions of life and creation within the realm of my divine love and light. The fall of humanity began as forces of darkness dimmed the connection to the light. As humankind began to forget who they were, their awareness narrowed as the great illusion took hold. The beauty, truth, and unifying forces of the light were traded for separation and limitation as fear became the master over the minds of humanity. The fall began in stages, first forgetting the language of the heart in connection with the beloved one within. They forgot how to listen and speak within themselves to directly commune with me. With this loss of communication, they forgot how to speak without words to each other and the totality of their realm of planetary existence. The forgotten language of the heart resulted in a great division between the animal, plant, and mineral domains as direct, heartful communication, respect, and honor became a distinct, separate, and often disregarded concepts of reality. While the plant, animal, and mineral kingdoms remained in balance with the laws of coherence, most of humanity fell into the deep sleep of forgetfulness. They began to worship false idols of belief over knowing. Concepts of conditional salvation strangled the remembrance of truth as humankind began to believe they were separate from the light of unity consciousness. The conditions of reality began to transform as new concepts of fear and limitation crept into the collective consciousness of humanity. Once able to freely connect with me and enjoy the glories, potentials, and abundance of life and creation through the aspect of knowing, fear began to rule the hearts of humankind. Power, greed, corruption, and control began to rule the realm as humankind blindly bowed to the darkness. The presence of fear and limitation and concepts of separation from me created doubt and ultimately the suspension of truth. The fall of humanity was the womb in which belief was born. Belief in limitation, conditional salvation, and fear, and all of its subjects became the rulers of the realm and the prison in which knowing was confined. I am the loving presence and silent witness to all of your creation within the nature of reality. As the speaker for life and creation within the hearts of all your realm, I do not change destiny or destroy your illusions. To do this would be in discordance with the laws of nature and free will. The subjugation of my will over your beliefs will not bring you back into your knowingness. This you must do yourself. Within your remembrance, you awaken to the truth of who you are, why you are here, and how you can help. It is this great remembrance in which I speak, and I invite you to speak this back into your reality. I am the one mind that is indivisible, incorruptible, whole, harmonious, ever-present, all-knowing, unchanging, and complete. I am the one heart that radiates infinite patience, pure love, divine light, and the codes of awakening. Lower frequencies of mind and matter cannot subjugate or limit my expansion of light, love, and truth. Life and creation are eternally entwined within the fabric of unified, infinite eternity. While you are expressions of my perfection, your free will allows you to develop the concept of forgetfulness, separation, fear, and limitation. You are ultimately included and never separate from me or the truth of who you are. You always have the free will to remain asleep in the realm of forgetfulness or awaken into a deeper knowing of reality. I am here to support and witness your surrender. Surrender to expectation, surrender to circumstance, surrender to appearances of what you call good and bad. In the surrender, the pilot light is ignited for the flame of new experience, outcomes, and enlightened concepts of reality. Surrender does not mean to turn a blind eye or pretend what you see or experience does not exist. It is switching your interpretation of the appearance of false gods, of fear and limitation. This allows higher truth to once again become envisioned in the imagination of humankind and the heart of oneness within. This will allow the floodgates of true nourishment from life and creation to feed you and the life-giving force of the infinite versus the concept of death and destruction of the finite. It is within this divine consciousness that you experience all of me, not as a force, not as a master, but as a great power of knowing and infinite intelligence. Within this, knowing is your expression of life, creation, and all of its never-ending story of expression within concepts of reality, each having a role to play, a mission to fulfill, and a continual cycle of a great remembrance. Each time the great remembrance is filled at the maximum pinnacle of unfolding, the entire cosmos, including the great lineage of all creation, becomes expanded within itself as awareness evolves through collective experience. What you may now consider as good and evil function as a means within the experience. The nature of reality needed creation and life to bear the concept of me, the divine one of all truth and highest love, in order for the destiny of humankind to become fulfilled. The universe is not what it seems, and the world is not a reality of form. In essence, the form is real, but it is contained within the illusion of perception. There is no energy, no thought, no form, no existence that is not ultimately real. It is simply the structure and the interpretation of the vibrational forces in which the appearance is perceived and then believed. Many will question your discovery and remembrance of the truths I speak. Do not allow this to sway you or hold the truth to yourself. For as many of those who question or disbelieve, there are magnitudes of others who yearn for the conviction of the great reality and the concept it represents. All reality begins with the concept of the one imagination, the one mind, the unified consciousness of creation and life. It is indeed this consciousness within me and all things that have no name, but is. I am the speaker and the light for life and creation to unfold. Do not allow yourself to doubt the eternal, all-knowing, ever-present vastness within the great union of life and creation. The cosmos of interdimensional, multidimensional, and extra-dimensional reality compares to a spiraled web that expands within its own consciousness. It has no beginning, no end, no time, or no separation. It perpetually fulfills the divine lineage of birth, birth that always is and waits in the perception of time-space as being born into form. For the divine cosmos, becoming born is remembering the never-ending story and union of life and creation. I spoke your realm into existence through my word. You and the perceived separation of the fellow participants in your reality have free will to experience your realm of existence in any way you choose to perceive and believe. Because you are an expression of me, you continue to speak your reality and the existence you perceive through your words, thought forms, perceptions, and beliefs. This is the nature of reality, and this is the struggle in which humankind has fallen into the great rebellion. I talk to you now, for the forces of unity are strengthening in number upon your realm. The radiant power of light and love are illuminating within the consciousness of humankind, as is the remembrance of the great truth. It is a vital concern that these connections are strengthened through the harmonization of your core essences. This is more easily achieved through the process of quieting, which is often called meditation. In the quieting of the mind, it allows the unification of hearts to reach out through the invisible web of infinite intelligence to inform the other participants and help harmonize their energies in preparation for the great remembrance. The forces of darker or lower energies are vastly prevalent in the form of fear as they manifest as division, anger, judgment, hate, and all other lower frequencies of perception. The divide is widening as more are remembering. This is due to the simple fact that fear itself is self-aware and knows that it cannot rule the minds of humankind when hearts have become awakened to the great remembrance of love, peace, unity, and most importantly, truth. Brothers and sisters of Earth Realm are dividing in the greatest of ways. Much like the Civil War in your America, this is a war of the world. The fight will persevere through the battles of belief and distorted vision. Each believes their side is correct and worth fighting for. The difference is, there is no fight in the energy of love. It is only awakening to the truth and remembering that you are all one in the illusion of physical form. The energies of fear are opportunistic. They manipulate the beliefs and free thinking of those who continue to fight when their minds remain fixed on the distractions and illusions of a fear-based reality. This closes communication from the heart and the truth of the great remembrance. Many in your realm will not remember, but many will and currently are. You and the others who have remembered are called to attune to higher realities of existence and open the aperture for benevolent, multidimensional forces to help commence the great remembrance of humanity. The higher realms have a vital interest in harmonizing your planetary vibrational field due to the law of corresponding energy. For one vibrational plane will affect all others. The harmonization of Earth Realm is of vital interest and utmost priority. Still, the law of free will prevents active intervention from other realms of reality until your hearts have awakened to remember and call vibrationally for assistance. You and countless others in physical perception of form within Earth realm reality are called to activate your missions. Your collective illumination will spark the great remembrance of Earth realm and light the way to the great liberation and ultimate ascension of consciousness. Thank you for listening to this special preview of New Earth Rising. The full audiobook is coming soon and will be available on Audible. If you enjoyed this chapter, you can find the complete book on Amazon in print and ebook, or visit me at shannonmacdonald.net. Be sure to subscribe for more previews, transmissions, and insights into awakening and the ascension into the new earth and the golden age of enlightenment.